Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, late evening for some of you all. I appreciate you all being here. How are y'all? We had people in the building ready for class, first in the seat. What? That's what I'm talking about. That's so awesome. Hey, living your best life. Uh-oh. Let me turn my phone down. I like to be able to see the chat a little more at an accurate time. How are you all doing tonight? How are you all doing tonight? It's been a busy day on YouTube. I've been on YouTube periodically throughout the day here and there, and I've been seeing all kind. Yeah, there's no emojis on my computer. I just realized I'm so used to using emojis when I'm typing and talking to people that, but I'm on my computer right now. And of course, there's no emojis on my computer. So, hey, boss lady Denise, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I try to get that done every now and again, keep it looking a little fresh as possible. As fresh as possible. Yes, my girl does that for me. So she keeps me hooked up and ready to go so I can get up in the morning and go, because I have so much that I do every day. I do not have time to be messing with hair. So I appreciate her so much. How are you all? Y'all doing good? Harrison, that was an excellent stream you had this morning. So good. I love the people in your chat because in your family, because they are so opinionative and not afraid to tell you what they think about what you're saying. And I love that. And I love how you handle it. I love everything about it. You have some awesome people over in there. So I enjoy popping in and hanging out with you guys as much as I can. Yes, they are. Y'all are funny. Y'all are really funny. Yes, I enjoy it. And I enjoy the way they give you grief. They give you grief about the things that you're saying. Absolutely. Yes, I try to go by and see as many people as I can, visit as many homes as I can. I'm up to 500 subscribers now, and I can see a good almost 300 of them. So I try to pop around and see some of y'all I've visited probably more than once, just because I enjoy the things that you all are doing. So hello, who did I just relax now? Just relax. Twice. Give me double support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for running me where all the places that you're running me. I need all that support. I need all that support. I hope you all are doing well this evening. I am going to put a disclaimer out for tonight for those of you. Hello, Eve Belize. Hello, how are you? I'll wait another minute or two. What time? It's 8. I'll wait about 2 more minutes and then I'll get started. How are you doing, Eve Belize? And how are you? Just relax now. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome. I'm happy to see you all. We have quite the, I hope you all were somewhat intrigued by my title, Let My People Go. This morning, this week we talked about, being held hostage, how words hold us hostage, and being liberated. So yes, we're going to be extending that conversation tonight and actually putting those lessons into action tonight. So literally take those words literally. We are going to be letting some things go tonight. We're going to be letting some people go tonight that we've been holding hostage. We are going to be freeing ourselves tonight from some words that have been holding us hostage. Hello, Minister of Music, Terrence Trower. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell you how much I enjoy your channel. I really can't even express enough how much I enjoy your channel. I just love it so much. I love the people. I love how you have literally recreated the church environment on the internet. I'm like, when I step into your channel, I feel like I have literally walked through the doors of the sanctuary. And just to feel the warmth and the welcome, just I love your mic, just everything about it just feels like home. So I absolutely love, love your channel and what you're doing over there. Just keep doing what you're doing, because especially in this time when we're so trapped and, caught in our homes and we can't get out. I mean, I can just click on that button and I'm instantly transported into a safe space. And I just think it's so awesome. So I love what you're doing over there. Thank you for all that you're doing. Keep doing it. Hello, everyone. You all are doing good. I see, I hope. All right, so it's 8:35 on mine, or 8:35 on mine. I know many of you it's 9:35 or earlier, depending on where you are. So we're going to get started tonight. And the lesson tonight is let my people go. Let my people go. So like I said, we're going to be free, set free tonight from some of the strongholds of negative words that have taken over our lives, taken over, our thought processes, that have prevented us from doing the things that, we're called to do. We're going to be set free tonight from that. And we are going to free the people who we are literally holding into mental jail cells in our minds for the words that they have spoken to us. I'm going to put out a disclaimer tonight. For those of you who are not believers, who, have no higher power that you trust in, don't believe that there's anything out there bigger than yourself, you may struggle with this lesson tonight, okay? And if that's not you, and this lesson may not fit tonight, this may not be the night for you to, to join me. Tonight, we're going to be being set free, okay? We're going to be set free. And if you do not believe, if you have no belief in the Lord and his grace and who he is and the things that he can do, then you're going to struggle with this lesson. And I will not be offended if you want to bow out now. It's okay. Come back another time and we may have some lighter things going on where you can be a little more entertained. But tonight we're going to be liberated from some things. So I just want you all to know that as we get started, so that you won't have any expectations any different than what I'm going to be putting out. All right, so that is my disclaimer. If you are ready to be free from some words that have been, keeping you held hostage, keeping you held down, keeping you held back, or you've been holding some people hostage who have said some things to you that have been preventing you from living the life that you're called to live, then get ready to be free tonight. All right. So that is what we're doing tonight. Okay. All right. So like I said, this week we talked about my tip on Tuesday. We talked about how we use words to hold people hostage, right? They say things to us, they implant seeds in us, and we get so angry with them and so mad about the things that they've said to us, so offended by their words that we literally grab them up, throw them in our mental jail cells, leave them there, turn the key, lock the door, and throw it away. That is what we do. Or when people hold us hostage, the times that we feel held hostage by the words that we have spoken to other people, and they never let us forget it, right? We say things in the midst of our emotions, in the midst of our struggles and our heated arguments, and we don't mean to say those things. Sometimes they're not even necessarily things that we truly mean in our heart, but because we're so riled up and we want to, get at them and get under their skin, we allow words to come out of our mouths that we later regret. However, those words, even though we can forget them, we can, ask for forgiveness, they're still stuck in the heart and mind of the person that we spoke them to. And they can't get those words out of their minds. And they never let us forget it. Every time we try to have a normal conversation with them, every time we try to, make amends with them, they're giving us that look in their face like, why are you talking to me? Like, what are you talking to me for? Like, you know what you said to me, and we know what we said to them, but we're hoping that we can move past those things, right? But they don't let us. They don't let us because they keep reminding us, you said this to me, you said that to me. They bring it up constantly because they're still holding us hostage because of the words that we've spoken. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And then we moved on to Thursday, where we talked about how words can either liberate a person or hold people into incarcerate a person, right? We talked about either being liberated or incarcerated. And I shared with you all how those words that we can be anything that I put my mind to, I can be and I can achieve. And those were the words that have liberated me throughout decades of my life. And like I say, I cannot tell you the first time that I heard those words, but I can tell you it is my life mantra. If it is a thought in my mind, I know that it is a possibility. I don't even question whether or not it can happen. It's just a matter of me, whether or not I'm going to act on it. And so those are the words that have freed me to live the life that I have lived. I've done so many amazing things in my life. I promise you all I have. I've done a lot of traveling. I've experienced a lot of things. And I love the life that I've lived. I've been very blessed and I'm very thankful. But the whole reason that I've been able to do those things is because I held on to those words that told me that I could be anything that I wanted to be, and that I'm worthy, that I'm enough, and that who I am is just perfect. So I don't struggle with trying to be anything other than who God created me to be. And that has freed me to live a beautiful life. And so I want us to be able, hey, Triple C and Joe, oh my goodness. Whew, that was, I had to pull myself together just for this message tonight, Thank you so much for putting that together. Y'all did a phenomenal job over there. The word your pastor brought was just amazing. Just right on time. And I appreciate y'all so much for what y'all are doing. So many of you all are doing amazing things. I love seeing you all share the gifts that God has imparted in you. It's a beautiful thing. We need more people out there in the world to, share more of their gifts with us. So I love going around. I was so happy to be there today and catch part of that. I think I caught like the second half of it. And then minister hearing you sing, my heart was just full. My heart was just full tonight. So thank you all for getting me prepped for right now. Thank you all. So, we're going to, like I say, tonight, for those of you all who just came in, we are doing a lesson tonight on Let My People Go. So we talked about how words hold us hostage, how we hold other people hostage because of the words that we say to them, and how we allow words to hold us hostage. The words that people say to us, the words that people say that we say to ourselves. And we're going to be free from that tonight. So this is a Christian channel for those of you all who don't know who this may be your first time watching me or joining my live. So if you're not a believer, this may not be the lesson for you tonight. You can come back on another night when I can, maybe talking about something different. But tonight's word is for the believer, because I need people to believe that you can be free from the strongholds that are holding you back and preventing you from living your best life. Truthfully living your best life. And she's in the chat here also too. I love her name. For those of you who don't know her, get over there, get on board with her channel, get to know her. She's another channel that puts out positivity. Hey, Angie, in real life. How are you doing? Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. Blessings to you. All these amazing channels in the chat tonight. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Angie in real life with one L. one L, please get it right. So if you look her up, please get over there and get connected with her. She does such great stuff. She's a part of a group of people, ladies, who are doing phenomenal things for the Lord. And they spend so much time, so many days putting out positivity, putting out Christ, and, getting people to live their best life. Truthfully, live your best life. I connect with a lot of people on YouTube that are similar to what I do because I'm just drawn to that, right? Who wants to be connected to negativity? No one does. Nobody wants negativity in their life. So when I run into channels where I see people just arguing and fussing and cussing about whatever all, I'm like, okay, I'm out. I get enough of this in the world. I need some positivity going on in my life. So those are the channels that I tend to connect to. And those are the people that are here in this chat for sure. Every single one of these people in the chat tonight are, yes, we do not co-sign toxicity. We are not co-signing that. No, I will pop in. I might say hi. I may not. I may stay in the background, whatever it is, but I can't hang out there in that space. That's not a comfortable space for me. I have too much. I need as much good and positivity put on me as possible so that I can continue forward and do what I need to do. So that's where we are. So that's where we are tonight. Tonight, we're going to be free from some stuff. So how many of us know that it is difficult to stay mad at a person, right? When we hold these people in our mental cells, it is difficult, right, to stay mad at a person because we're consciously having to remember that we're mad at them and consciously having to pay attention to how we're treating them or how close we let them in or how close we let them get to us, right? Because so we spend a lot of time monitoring them and monitoring how we're going to move based on what they're doing because we're trying to keep them in a certain space. And it takes a lot of work and a lot of energy to do that. However, it is equally as difficult to have to deal with the stress and the hurt and the pain that sometimes the words that they have spoken have put on us, right? So these people say things to us, they put seeds of stress, seeds of doubt, seeds of destruction in our spirit, in our minds, in our hearts. And we have to deal with that, right? They plant themselves, they bury themselves into our hearts, into our minds, and all of a sudden they begin to sprout. They begin to sprout. And we don't even realize sometimes that they've sprouted until we have a negative thought. So it takes just as much energy and just as much struggle to have to deal with the pain of the words. So then we're dealing with all this stuff, right? We're dealing with what they've spoken to us, the negativity that they have implanted inside of us. And we're dealing with the stress of having to deal with them, right? Trying to keep them away from us and trying to keep them in a separate space and making sure that they don't get close or that they don't even speak to us half the time, right? We don't even want to be in their vicinity. So that can be different. That can be difficult because it stresses us mentally, it stresses us physically, it stresses us emotionally, and it's draining. It's draining us. It's draining us. And that is where we fall into our problem, right? Because we're trying to deal with the pain, the bitterness, the mean-spirited comments that they have said to us, and it frustrates us. And so what do we do? What do we do, right? Instead of dealing with the words that they've spoken to us, we grab hold of that person, say horrible things back to them, possibly if that's our nature, or throw them into a mental cell and leave them there, right? We turn that key and tighten up their handcuffs and dare them to speak to us again. Like, don't you say another word to me, right? Aren't those the things that we say? Don't talk to me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't even look at me, right? Because we are so pissed and so mad at what they said to us and what they imparted inside of us that we don't even begin to deal with the words. So what does that do? What does that do? Hey, the positive pusher, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Cindy. Hey, there's one of my sisters. Uh-oh. See, okay. There's one of my sisters. How are you doing, sis? Good to see you. Yes, don't even look at me. Don't even look at me. So we have to deal with that. We have to figure out that doesn't help, right? So it doesn't help, even though we get mad at the person and we you know, do all the things, mean and horrible things that we're going to do to them, we still haven't dealt with the words. And so the words is what constantly gets replayed in our mind, constantly pops themselves up every time we're in a particular environment or we get stressed out about something. Boom, those words they said to us pop back in our head because we haven't dealt with the words. We deal with the person. We get upset with the person, but we still haven't dealt with the words. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to work on dealing with the words. How do we deal with that? How do we get over those mental stresses that those words create in our lives? They pop up when someone tells us that we're not enough, that we don't that we don't have what it takes, that we're stupid, that we're this, that we're that. Those very words pop up when we're trying to do something, when we're trying to be productive, when we're trying to do something positive. Those very negative words they spoke is what pops back up in our minds. And then what do? We get mad at that person again. We get mad at the person. We don't deal with the words. So like I say, that's what we're going to do tonight. So what I want you all to know is that we have an enemy in this world. For those of you all who may not know, we have an enemy in this world, and his sole purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy everything that we try to do, everything positive that we try to do. We all have purpose. I know every single one of you all in this chat tonight has purpose. If you know what your purpose is, type it in the chat for me. I want to know what, from you all's perspective, what you think your purpose is. Let me know. And I'll look at the chat. It says, hurtful words cause us to go into protection mode, yes, and causes us to cut them off. Exactly. We go into protection mode. We raise barriers and we cut them off. So we're changing the nature of the relationship with the person, but we're not doing anything about the words and the damage that they've caused. So, and that is what we do. Let's see. Yes, I've experienced the negative spirits as a kingdompreneur. I love that. A kingdompreneur. That's awesome, sis. Let's see. We have to shut it down and serve them a good dose of Jesus and the devil will flee. Yes, absolutely. A kingdompreneur. Awesome. Yes, absolutely. So what do you all know to be as your purpose? I'm just curious. I want to know what your purpose is. Let's see. My purpose is to motivate and encourage by sharing my experience. Okay, awesome. Sharing your experience. Yes. We motivate people and we encourage people. Anyone else, you know what your purpose is. Tell me what your purpose is from your perspective, what you believe your purpose is. My purpose is to spread the word of God and through the teaching of God's message, and to help people heal their relationships through communication, right? That is my gift is teaching. My passion is people. I have a heart for the word of God. I have a heart for his people, and I have a love and fascination for communication. So those are all things that I do to share my gifts. That's my purpose on this earth, is to spread his word through my gifts. My purpose is to bring people into God's presence and also to help build people and spread the word. Yes. And you are most definitely doing that. You are building people. I don't ever come out of your channel without feeling uplifted. And that is phenomenal. It's phenomenal that you know that. And it's phenomenal that you're doing just that. Because a lot of us don't know our purpose. We don't know what we're here for, right? We all have the purpose of sharing God's message, but not all of us know how we are to do that because we're not aware of what gifts we have inside. We're not aware of our talents. We don't realize that every single thing that we do is usable. It's a tool. We all have tools inside of us, whether you're speaking, whether you're a phenomenal accountant, whether you are an amazing actor, whether you have the gift of comedy, whether you are, a phenomenal designer, all these things. Every single gift and tool you have is gift you have and talent you have is a tool. It's a tool for us to use. So we just have to figure out how to use those tools to be productive. Hey, YouTube Court TV, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello. And hello, Sydney Hayuri. Good to see you. How's that beautiful state of New York? The beautiful, gorgeous Black sister with cool, perfect braids, beautiful brown skin, and the pretty red. Oh my goodness, man! I need to come on here more often just so I can be uplifted. Thank you so much. Let's see, complimenting others and building others is my purpose, and you are doing it very well. Thank you so much. Writing poems. I love writing. I love to write. I'm not a great poet, but I love to write. That is so awesome. Yes, I remember you. Yes, I try hard not to forget people. I typically don't forget faces. And if I've had a conversation with you, because I'm so big on communication, if I've had a conversation with you, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to remember that conversation. Sometimes I'll remember the conversation before I remember you. Words are just that ingrained in me. So absolutely. And in fact, next week, I'm hoping next Saturday I'm hoping that we can do a meet and greet. That's my goal. My plan and my purpose for next Saturday is to do a meet and greet. I want to meet you all. I want to see your faces. And if not see your faces, at least hear your voices so I can put a voice to these names that I see in the chat. I got my StreamYard going here. I'm going to work with it and practice with it a little bit more just so I can get comfortable with it. And I want to try to bring a few people up and, just get to know you all so we can meet this talk family. Hello, let's see. Hey, it's all hot air. Good to see you. Okay, the positive pusher says, my purpose in life is to be a beacon to those who need to find balance during life's most chaotic moments through motivation and inspiration. Absolutely. And don't we struggle with that balance, finding balance through the chaotic moments of life? Who's not busy? Everybody is busy. That's the life that we're living in right now. We are super busy and we all struggle to find balance. So absolutely, yes, the positive pusher. I love all the stuff that you put out every day, every morning. I'm right there checking my posts, checking my positive posts. She puts those positive posts, things out every morning. So check those out. I am actually going to be on her channel next Thursday at 8:00 on the Positive Pusher Central Standard Time. We're doing a positive takeover, and I love it. I'm so excited about it. There's going to be me and I believe 5 other ladies, if I remember correctly. So we're going to be talking and doing some good stuff over there. So come check us out next Thursday on her channel, The Positive Pusher. Get connected with her. If you're not connected with her, hit that button so that you'll know, be notified and be ready to join us Thursday night. All right. So let's get back to addressing our problem. So the enemy is constantly trying to take over our lives, take over our spirit, and stop us from doing that thing that we're purposed to do. That is his sole purpose, is to stop us from living the life. I knew that my life had purpose when I was very young. I remember the enemy tried to take me out when I was very young. I was in a swimming pool with some family, and I was a pretty good swimmer, and my family member did not know how to swim so well. And I had this bright idea, but she told me she did, so I believed her. And I had this bright idea that we could go down to the bottom of the pool and touch the bottom, right? It was 9 feet deep. And so we get down there, and all of a sudden I feel her jump on top of me on my shoulders, right? We're 8 years old. And I think I think I may have been 8 or 9. No, I was 8. I know I was 8. And she was I guess 7. And then I had some other cousins that were 8 or 9. We're all right together. And so we were in the pool. I go down and touch the bottom. And when I'm ready to come back up, I feel her jump on top of me, just fighting for her life, right? Fighting for her life. And I was like, oh my gosh, this girl can't swim and I can't get up because I couldn't fight her off because I was already running out of air. So I get up to the top. And I make it through. And that was the first time that the Lord tried to take my life. And that was the first time that I knew that there was a God because my parents had already kind of been talking to me about God. And I didn't, fully have fully grasp it. But I tell you, when my life was about to be taken in that moment, I was ready to get saved. I was ready to get saved that night. So yes, the Lord, that was the first time he tried to take me out. I remember going home crying and saying, Mom, I want to be saved. I want to know this God person that you're talking about because I almost got taken out. So, and it was just that instant of a connection for me that I wanted to be saved. Hey, God's chosen vessel, Gwen, how are you? Congratulations again on your monetization. Oh my goodness, I've been in your channel so much. I just enjoy your spirit. I love your spirit. I love everything that you're doing over there. And congratulations again to you. Hey, Mom. Yes, this is my other mother. Writing is your gift. Yes. And I cannot wait for you to put that book out. I'm still waiting on it. So yes, I'm going to be one of the first to make that purchases. Hey, Vern's Junk Closet. How you doing, Verns? Good to see you. Oh, I got a raid coming. I'm being raided. Hey, cousin Paul, how are you? There's one of my beautiful cousins who I love dearly. Hey, Jaden, how are you? Eat raid. Eat to live strong. Hey, yes, eat to live strong. I love that. I love you all. Welcome in, everyone. Come on in. We're talking about being free tonight. So if you all are struggling with words that have been placed upon you, we're going to be set free tonight from those words. All right. Good to see you all. Hi, Cindy. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Verns, for the raid and Eat to Live Strong. I appreciate you all so much. All right. So like I said, his purpose is to ruin what we try to do, everything that we try to do, everything that we try to feel. Anytime we try to feel some connection to other people, anytime we're trying to accomplish something good in our lives, we struggle with that. And then I was talking about the next time that I got that I knew the enemy was trying to take me out was when I was driving. I had first started driving in my car, and literally this car almost did a head-on collision in front of me. And just thankfully, I swerved my car. I was 16 years old. I swerved my car out of the way, and that car literally just missed me. And so I was like, and my heart just almost jumped out of my throat because I knew my life was about to be taken. But I literally felt the angel take the wheel and move me out of the way, because literally we were doing a head-on collision like that. The car was just out of control, and they couldn't control it, and neither could I. And I was 16 and didn't know what to do. So I was like, good, this is the second time. Like, it was like, boom, another aha moment. And then the next time was when we were moving. My parents and I were moving. My father is military, and so he, had a gun in the home. And we had moved into this little apartment for a little while, and he was cleaning his gun. And I guess he didn't realize that there was a bullet in there. And we were in this little apartment waiting for our home to be built. And as he was cleaning the gun went off and went through the wall, went through the dresser, and happened to just stop just past the dresser, like in the like the front panel of the dresser. And I was sitting right behind that. Doing my homework. And so that was like the third time that I know the enemy was definitely trying to take my life. So I knew, hey, Jazzy Nicole, how are you? Good to see you. So I knew that my life had purpose, right? I knew my life had purpose because the enemy was absolutely trying to take me out. He was trying to take me out. So because he couldn't do that, he was trying to kill me, right? First he tried to kill me, then he tried to steal. He tried to steal my joy. He tried to steal the things everything that I try to do in life by keeping me like in a state of struggle, a state of feeling not worthy, feeling like I wasn't good enough, feeling like I couldn't do the things that that even the world said I could do. I felt like I wasn't, smart enough, and not because I wasn't making good grades. It's just the enemy planting seeds in my head. So he tried to steal, kill, and destroy, just ultimately destroy, relationships in my life and people in my life, and just making me feel, just trying to destroy my hope, my sense of hope, my sense of purpose. And I had to realize I had to work on getting that back in my life, and dealing with some things head on, so that I could realize that I was purpose and get to living the life that God was that God created me for. And I'm so happy that I did, because little did I know, so much was in store for me, and still is. So I'm excited about what's to come, and I want to help you all get that back as well. That's hard to get back. Yes, it is hard to get back. Beautiful insight. And yes, absolutely. Yes, to God be the glory for preserving my life. Absolutely. I'm here today talking to you right now because he preserved my life. Remember a few years ago, Kisa got held up by, gunpoint in the parking lot. Yes, that's one of my best friend got held at gunpoint by somebody trying to steal her car. And I can't even imagine. Yes, we were all praying for that. Thank you, Jesus, that you turned your fear of the internet into faith. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I guess it was fear. I guess there was some fear with the internet. Yeah, there was some fear. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there was some fear with the internet. For y'all who don't know, this is my first form of social media. I've had no social media in my life. Not because I don't even know. I had a full life. I had wonderful people in my life, and I just didn't feel like I needed the internet. And I work in IT, and I work with a lot of people who know about the dark side of the internet. Just like we're here on the positive side, there's a whole dark side to the internet. And for those of you all who are unfamiliar with it and don't know it, a lot of bad things happen on the dark side of the internet. And there's a lot that can go on behind the scenes of what we do that people don't know about. And I just didn't want any parts of it. I thought, well, if I don't get on there, then I don't have to worry about being attacked. I don't have to worry about all these things that can happen when we put our lives out there on the internet. But to God be the glory. He said, I need you to not fear what's going on behind the internet and to do what I've called you to do, and I will protect you. So here I am. So I'm here doing what thus says the Lord. All right. Yes, God had his plan. So here I am. And I know my friends they probably laugh at me so hard, because I was literally that one, like, don't put my pictures on the internet. Don't put me on the internet. Take that down. All that. I was literally that person. And now here I am, doing the thing. So anyway, I move on. All right. So tonight, we are going to talk about and do this exercise called the power of three. The power of three. I made this up. This is not anything that's like legit anywhere that I know of. The good Lord gave it to me. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So I call this the power of three. And this is sort of an exercise that I use, and an exercise the Lord gave me to deal with some of my stuff. And because the power of three, as we know it in the word, represents wholeness, completeness, and perfection, right? The power of three represents wholeness, completeness, and perfection. We see three all over the Bible, right? We see it in the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We see that God was visited, that when Jesus was first born, he was visited by the three kings, and they left him three gifts, the gold, the frankincense, and the myrrh. We know that if you were a studier of the word, that Jonah stayed in the belly of the fish for 3 nights. Jesus had his ministry for 3 years, right? He did his ministry for 3 years. It was 3 days before he rose from the dead. And he talks even about how a 3-strand cord is not easily broken. So we know the power of three, that 3 is a significant number in the Bible. And so that's why I call this exercise the power of 3. So we're going to use the power of 3 tonight to get free from those words that have been holding us captive, right? So the first one is we're going to express what it is that has been holding us back. And then we're going to transform those words and make them less powerful. We're going to remove the power, deflate those words, and then we're going to release them. We're going to release them, and we're going to release the people who spoke those words to us. Okay. So tonight, if you have any kind of piece of paper, or if you don't, if you want to jot it, just keep it in your mind, because it is ever present in your mind. That's fine. But tonight, I want you to write down the person, or think of the person that you have in your mind right now that you know that you are holding hostage because of something that they spoke to you. That person who, told you that you weren't enough, that they didn't love you, whoever that is, I want you to get that person in your mind. And it may be more than one person. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your friends, your loved one, your coworkers, whoever it is. Get that person or those people in your mind and write their name down on a piece of paper, because we're going to be free from them tonight. We're going to let them go, and we're going to stop keeping them free them from being incarcerated in our minds. Okay. Because the enemy will use anyone and everyone, because the enemy cannot speak, right? We don't hear his voice verbally, right? He uses those around us. He uses anyone and everyone, and often those closest to us, to speak for him, right? He'll get in their mind. He'll put a thought in their mind, and boom, something will come out of their mouth that he put in their minds to say, simply because the enemy knows us. The enemy was there when we were fashioned. So he knows us. He knows exactly what to say to get to us. And so he uses those people, like I said, those that are often closest to us, to hurt us the deepest. And we listen to them because they are so close to us. These are people who we love, people who we care about, people who we respect, who say things to us. And then, but here's the thing, right? We get mad at the person, right? The words they say, the seeds of destruction, word destruction, have entered into our hearts and into our minds. And then what happens, right? They sit there, but we get mad at the person. So how often have we tried to have conversation, or this person come at us to try to have conversation with us, and we're looking at them like, why are you still talking to me? Why are you seriously talking to me after what you just said to me? And they're looking at us like, what are you talking? Like, what's the big deal? Like, get over it or whatever. Or sometimes they don't even remember what they said to us, especially if it's been some period of time, right? We don't forget because it's implanted in us, but they forget what they said. And sometimes they'll even deny, I never said that. I didn't say that. That's a prime way that you know that they were being used by the enemy to get at us. But we don't think about that. We just get mad at the person and throw them in mental jail. So we're going to free them tonight, because these people that the enemy uses are just vessels that he put himself in and spoke to us to get at us, to hurt us, to prevent us from doing the things that God has called us to do. So let those people go. Let those people go. Let's forget about them. We're going to let them go. We're going to open those jail cells and let them free tonight. We're going to let those people free tonight. And then we're going to address the words that they left and implanted in our heart, that the enemy used them to implant those things in our heart. So now that we have the person and the people, whoever all they are in our minds, or you wrote them down on a piece of paper, write down what they spoke to you. What is it that they spoke to you? Did they tell you that they hated you, that they don't love you, that you're not worthy, that you're not enough, that you're stupid, that you're ugly, that you are not worthy, whatever they spoke to you, write down that thing that you remember that you can't seem to get out of your head. Write it down. Okay. If you're lazy, I never wanted you. I could never be with you. How could anybody love you? I never loved you, right? All these things that people, any explicatives they said to you, right? You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, whatever it is, write that down that they spoke to you, okay? Family hurts you the most, usually. Yes, a lot of times it is family because the enemy uses those closest to us. He wants to have an impact on us. It's not impactful if it comes from a stranger. It's not as impactful if it comes from somebody that we don't even like or care or respect. It's impactful when he uses those who are closest to us. Like I say, who we love, who we respect, who we appreciate, who we look up to, right? These are the people that he uses intentionally. Intentionally, he uses them. And like I say, sometimes they don't even realize they're being used. And even if they do realize they're being used, they don't realize the level of impact that the words that they've allowed to come out of their mouth has impacted us. They don't realize the level. They don't realize how deep the wound cut. They don't realize how, how we struggle, how we fight with those words every day, every time we try to do something. They don't understand. Hello, Lady C. Russell. How are you? Blessings to you. Blessings to you as well. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are doing an exercise tonight called the power of 3. If you have someone in your life, I want you to write that person's name down or get their name in your mind. Hey, Jazzy Nicole 81. How are you? Welcome. Welcome, Jazzy Nicole. Good to see you. Get that person in your mind and write it down on a piece of paper and write down what they spoke to you that you have held in your heart that you can't get out of your mind. Okay. So now let's look at what God did. Let's look at what Jesus did. Okay. Jesus, when he was fasting for 40 days, right? He went up onto the mount, and the enemy came to him to test him, right? He came to him when he was in a state of fasting, when he was in a state of weakness, right? Isn't that when he approaches us, when we're already down, when we're already depressed, when we're already struggling with something, when we're already trying to overcome and just be comfortable in our own skin sometimes, that he'll send that person that we love and care about so much to implant evil words inside of us, right? He knows when to attack us. He knows exactly. Or when we're excited, when we're hopeful about something, when we're prepared and ready to take a leap of faith into something, he brings somebody at us that we're close to say something to, prevent us or to deter us from doing the very thing that we're about to do. Okay. He knows it is planned on his behalf. He is strategic. He is strategic in the things that he does. And we have to realize that. We have to realize that right when he kicks us when we're down and he kicks us when we're up, right? If we're living that neutral life and nothing much is going on, typically he's not bothering us. He's not bothering us because we're of no threat. We're no threat. But when we're down, and people encourage us, then we get power. We start to gain power. And when we're up and we're about ready to do something, when we're about to share our power, when we're about to implant power into other people, he knocks us down. He knocks us down so that we're not effective. So he doesn't want us to grow, and he doesn't want us to stretch. He doesn't want us to reach. He doesn't want us to share. So those are the things. So those are the two places, right, that he tries to impact us the most, when we're down and when we're up. He tries to keep us down, and then he tries to prevent us from being productive, right? From moving forward, from reaching other people. So we wrote those things down. You wrote those things down. So what Jesus did, right? The enemy came. He told him. He said, "Hey, if you believe in God," he said that if you make yourself fall, that he will send angels to come and rescue you. Let's go ahead and see that, right? What did Jesus say? What did Jesus do? He did not, cuss him out. He did not throw him in a mental cell. He did not just be mean and ugly to him, right? He came at him with the truth. He came at him with the truth. He said, "No, this is what God says. We do not tempt the Lord our God," right? That was the truth that he spoke. So then he goes on and he says, he tries to offer him riches, right? So he comes at us another way. He tries to come at him another way. He says, he tries to offer him riches and have all these things. Yes. And he said, "Get behind me, Satan." He said, "Get behind me. You are not you are not meaning any good right now. He recognized immediately what he was trying to do, right? And so then um, he offered him to own everything, right? He said, everything that you see, I will give to you. I will let you have power and reign over them. And again, Jesus knocks him down with the truth of God's word and the truth of what he knows to be. And that what happened? So the enemy decided to go away, right? The enemy went on, and then the angels came and comforted him. The angels came and comforted him. So 3 times the enemy tried to come at Jesus, and 3 times the enemy went back at Satan with his word. So 3 times, I want you to write down 3 things. Okay. You have that statement that you have in your mind that you haven't been able to get out of your mind. Hey, Be the Difference. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome into the chat. We're doing an exercise right now on called the power of 3. So if you have someone that in your mind that has spoken negativity to you, or if you have, and you know those words that they've spoken to you, whatever they said to you, I don't love you, I can't stand you, I hate you, I never want to be with you, don't ever come around me anymore, whatever it is that they've spoken to you, I want you to write down 3 things that are the exact opposite of what they spoke. If they said they don't love you, you write down 3 people who do. If they said they hate you, you write down 3 people who adore you and think the world of you, who like you. If they tell you that you're smart, you write down 3 ways that you know that you're stupid. You write down 3 ways that you know that you're smart. If they told you that you were lazy, good for nothing, you write down 3 things that you did that were absolutely productive in your life or in the life of someone else. Whatever it is they said to you, you say the exact opposite. You write down 3 things that are the exact opposite of what they spoke to you, because those are the things that are the truth. And so we will begin to cover up and dissipate that negativity that they have put into our spirits. We're going to root it up. We're going to reach down. We're going to root it up. We're going to pull it out. We've expressed it. We know what it is. And now we're changing it. We're changing the nature. We're changing the power that it has in releasing that strength, that stronghold that it has had over our lives. So whatever they told you, whatever they told you, I wish I never met you, you write down 3 people's names who told you that they were happy to have you in their lives, right? Whatever it is, you write down 3 things. And if anyone is struggling with the thing that they were told, type it in the chat and I'll try to help you change what it is that they spoke. Yes. Everyone's saying hello. Good. I'm glad everyone is speaking. Okay. So write down 3 things, because those 3 things that you write down that are the exact opposite of the one thing or the 2 things, or you might have to write down 3 things for everything that they said, right? For each negative thing that they spoke, you write down 3 things that are the exact opposite, that are the truth, that you know to be the truth about yourself, because sometimes these people don't even know us. Hello, Unchained Crochet. Yes, this reminds me of the movie The Help. Yes, when she told the little girl, you is beautiful, you is kind. Yes, absolutely. Can't. Yes, she said, you is beautiful, you is kind, and you is, well, it was the 3rd thing. And like now I can't even think of it. Yes. But that's absolutely right. She gave her 3 things. She told her 3 things that she spoke every morning, that she wanted her to speak every morning. Yes, I tell them, thanks for the lift because the devil is under my feet. Forgiveness is for us. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Worthy, hardworking, and beautiful. Absolutely. So if someone told you that you weren't working, they told you were lazy, or they told you were ugly. Yes, I am worthy. I am hardworking, and I am beautiful. Write down 3 ways that you're beautiful. Write down 3 things that you know are beautiful about yourself, right? It could be something about the way that you look. It can be something about the things that you do. It could be your spirit. It can be your gifts are beautiful. Whatever it is, write down 3 things that are the exact opposite of that negative thing that they spoke to you, right? Because we're going to cancel it out. It's just like when people come in and write graffiti on a wall, we're going to go right behind it and paint over it, right? We don't even know that the graffiti was under there. The graffiti may still be under there, right? But now it no longer has power, because anytime we see it and anytime anybody else comes by and sees it, all they see is the glory of the beautiful wall. All they see is the glory. It's just like what Jesus did. Hello, Destiny Forever Walks. Good to see you. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's just like when the enemy, when we have our sin, like we commit our sins each and every day, some of us, and I'm including me in that. Jesus came and died for us and covered us with his blood, right? Just as he did that, so that when God looks at us, he no longer sees our sin. He sees us. He sees the beauty of his glory. And so that's what we're doing. We are covering those negative words with the positive words. We're painting beautiful words over those ugly words that were spoken to us. Okay. And that is how we release the power of those negative words that people have spoken over us. You write down 3 things, and you do this for every person and for every time someone has said something negative to you. You write down 3 things that are the exact opposite. Okay. Or 3 people who have said the exact opposite to you. All right. He sees us. Absolutely. He sees us. He no longer sees our sins that we've committed. He no longer sees the horrible things that we've said, the horrible thoughts that we've had. All he sees is God's glory. All he sees is his glory on us when we have accepted him into our world and into our life and made him Lord over our life. If you have not done that, I encourage you to do that. And to accept him and to get to know him and to build your relationship with him, because with him, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible to me, right? So we begin to speak those words. Yes, we are qualified. We are more than enough. We are favored. We are his chosen children. Right, absolutely. Let's see, my office sent out notes for Pediatric Nurse Week. Mine says, my superlatives are compassionate and inventive. Made me cry. That is awesome. That is awesome. Let's see, good for nothing, made for a purpose. Absolute. Oh, I love that. Somebody told you were good for nothing, and yet somebody told you were made for a purpose. Yes, somebody told you that it wasn't possible, then you turned around and said, nothing is impossible. Absolutely nothing is impossible. I love this. I love what you all are putting down. Thank you for sharing these things too. Thank you for sharing the negative things that people have said to you and the positive thing that you turned it around. If somebody told you that you didn't have what it takes, you write down 3 things in you that helps you know that you have what it takes, right? Somebody told me that there's no way somebody's telling you you're not going to be a YouTube star, right? You're never going to make it on YouTube. It's completely pointless, right? And yet I have 500 and something people who are here listening at some point in time to what I have to say. And if I can make a difference in just one of those 500 people, then I am living my best life. I am living out my purpose. So don't be discouraged. Yes. Hello, Faith DS. You're new here. Greetings. Yes. And let's see, in Christ, have posted you, just want to come and say hi. God bless you. Yes, bless, peace and love and blessings to you all. Thank you so much for sharing me out. If you are not a part of this talk family, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I see 21 people in here. Hit the like button. I appreciate all of you all for sharing me out. I'm really bad at forgetting to say these things, especially when I'm live. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join me. I put out lessons. I put out stuff. I'm here 6 days a week. I'm putting something out on YouTube for you all. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do class. Tuesdays, I put out a tip. On Thursdays, I do a lesson, and on Saturdays nights, I'm here live. Hello, BJ's Good News. Brittany, duh. How are you all? Unchained Crochet. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me give y'all a good view. My girl, she does, make sure you all can get a good view of that. Yeah, she does good work. So thank you. I appreciate that. Her Instagram is down in what is it? What are they? A description on most all my videos. So if you all want to go see her style museum and all the work that she does, she's in Texas. She's located out of Austin. I don't live in Austin, but I do drive. I am willing to make that drive once a month to go get my hair done by her. So yeah, she does a good job. Yes, you got it right, sis. Thank you. Let's see. Good deal. I love it. I wish I was here in Texas. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. She does great work. She does. All right. So I appreciate, yes, what you all, like I say, have shared with me. We are created to do amazing things. And I don't want you all to forget what you are here in purpose to do. Remember, the next time someone comes to you and speaks that negative thing to you, realize that it's not about them. Don't take it personally from the person. Recognize that it's the enemy using them to speak negativity to you. And there have often been times where I have even told people, I realize that you don't realize what you just said to me and how what you just said to me could have impacted me or hurt me. So I'm going to forgive you. I'm going to go ahead and forgive you now up front for what you just said to me so that they're not held hostage. And do you know how people respond to that? They're like, I just said something ugly to her and she's already forgiven me, because I realize that it's not them. It's not them. It's the enemy, right? Or sometimes we'll even say, get behind me, Satan, get behind me, because I see you. I see how you're working right now against me. And people look at you like, what? She calling me Satan, right? So we have to be willing to call those things out, to call them out. And I let people know, I'm going to forgive you right now for what you just said, because I realize that you don't know who's working in you, and you don't know what God is trying to do with me. So I'm going to go ahead and free you from this interaction. I'm going to go ahead and free you. I'm going to move you out of the way so that I can deal with the words and the person who's really sending those words. And that's something that I've had to do for sure many times, because the enemy is constantly trying to get at me, constantly, because he doesn't want me to share these things that I have for you. And I said, not today. Not today. So I'm here tonight, and I appreciate you all being willing to continue to do these exercises. I'm just kind of peeking through the chat. The tongue is a little member, but it spreads fire. Absolutely. It absolutely spreads fire. Let's see. I say, pray for your verbal diarrhea. Hey, the crew family. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome in. Yes, I have told people, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Absolutely. Or who I am. Absolutely. Absolutely. They don't. People don't. They don't realize the gifts that we possess, the callings that are on our lives, the work that we're called to do. They don't realize what they're saying to us and what they're doing and how they're being used to be destructive. And so I forgive them for that, because they don't know. They don't know. Even if they're family, even if they're close to me, they don't know. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't limit my time around them, because if you're that subject to the enemy all the time, then I might need to limit myself from being around you. And that's when I create those boundaries and, maybe limit my time around those particular people. But I don't write them out of my life, and I don't charge it against them. I don't hold it against them, because I realize who's actually trying to get at me. All right. So it is just over an hour. I don't want to hold you all any longer. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate the raid. All of you all coming in. Hey, in Rachel's place. Wow. I was praying about this earlier today with my prayer partner. That's so awesome. Yes. God is on time. He is on time. Yes. So next week, like I said, I'm hoping we can do a meet and greet. I want to meet you all. I want to see your faces. I want to hear your voices. If you have time, I want you to come in and I'll give each of you at least, 5 minutes or at most 5 minutes, because I want to meet as many of you as I can. So I should hopefully get to meet at least 12 of you next Saturday on the StreamYard, because I want to get to know you. And don't forget, For those of you who are just coming in or came in later, you missed my announcement. On Thursday night, we're going to be over on the Positive Pushers channel, and we're doing a positive takeover, right? So it's me and I believe 5 other ladies, Vern's Junk Closet, I Am Content, in Q's World, MJ and J, and am I missing anyone? And myself and the Positive Pusher. We will all be on her channel doing a positive takeover and letting you all know how we got to where we are in our lives and how we keep ourselves positive every day, doing the things that we do. So please try to make it over there next Thursday night at 8:30 on her channel, and I look forward to seeing you all there. I'm going to go ahead and pray us out. And hopefully I will see you all on Monday morning. I'll be back on Monday morning. We are going for class. The ABCs of communication is what I do on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So join me Monday morning. We are doing listening. We're on the letter L right now. So we're doing listening. And so I learned some things about listening myself. So I'm excited to be able to share that with you all Monday morning. If you all have a chance, it's 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you get a chance, pop in and say hi or catch the replay. I appreciate it. Father, I come thanking you for this day. I thanking you for who you are, your love, your grace, your mercy that you bestow upon us each and every day. Father, for way too long, we have been holding people hostage, holding ourselves hostage by the words that we've allowed to, get implanted into our spirit. Father, help us to free those people that the enemy have used to cause destruction in our lives. Help us to mend those relationships, move past the words that they've spoken to us so that we can continue to be in relationship with them. Thank you for showing us how to deal with negativity through how you dealt with the enemy. Lord, you showed us that through the power of 3, that we can negate any negative word that has been spoken in our lives. Father, thank you for showing us how to change those negative statements, those negative words into positive statements and positive words, because by expressing the truth of what is, the truth of what we know it to be. Father, we were beautifully, wonderfully made, created in your perfect image. Nothing about us is a mistake. Nothing about us is invalid. Nothing about us is unworthy. We all have purpose. And Father, as the enemy tries to work each and every day to destroy us from fulfilling that purpose, Father, help us to remember our whys, remember our purpose, remember who we are, so that we can get out there and help those who are in need of our gifts, of our talents, of your word, Father. Just help us to keep you first in everything that we do, so that those negative words no longer have power in our lives. Free us, Lord. Free us and help us to free others. I thank you for who you are. I thank you for the love, grace that you've imparted inside of me. And I thank you for each and every person in this chat. Help them as they continue on their journeys to try to free themselves from the negativity that has been spoken over their lives. Continue with them as they work to free the people who have spoken those words that are in their lives. Father, help them to be able to go to them and say, you know what? I've been holding this inside of me that you spoke to me. And Father, I'm letting it go today. I'm letting you go today, Lord, and give them the strength to free people so that they can move forth in the power of your word. We love you. We thank you. I ask these things in your son, Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad it was awesome. I hope that you all gained some tips, something that you can use and take with you. You have a new tool. You have new tools, a new way, a new insight, a new way to look at the negative words and turn those negative words into something positive. Immediately when something negative comes at you, you turn it around. You turn it around and speak truth into your life. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. Again, you'll see me throughout the week popping into your channels and saying hi and speaking to you. And so I look forward to chatting with you all. I enjoy each and every one of you, and I appreciate you all for being here tonight. All right. I will see you all on Monday. You have a beautiful Sunday, a beautiful rest of the evening. Get you some rest, and you all take care. All right. Bye-bye.